We are back after a week, or is it less than a week? This is what I don't like. The last game was Sunday evening, and the next one is Saturday morning. It's like, can they at least make it consistent? But I hope you're doing good. George says it's gonna be a tough game. I reckon we're gonna batter them, but to be honest, I think that every time, and I'm wrong most of the time, some of the time. Jenny says Munoz starting. Yeah, I'm glad about that. He did quite well last week. Um, it's probably the best option. Probably the best option right now before they buy someone. Stefan says Munoz has won one trophy, the World Cup. If you are to win one trophy, though, that is the one I would recommend. I did that on the Champions League, to be fair. Will be quite a come down when he realizes his next trophy will be the League Cup. The League Cup is always a come down. It's a pointless trophy. And why is the League Cup so small, like physically? That just pisses me off. You could literally, if you get a medium drink at Starbucks, it's bigger than the League Cup. They need to make the League Cup bigger because it just looks like trash. I hope you're doing good. Your messages are still being weird because they're not coming up on actual YouTube, but they're coming up here. We had that issue before, but hopefully it fixes itself. Harry says, hello, how are you? I'm tired. I woke up at 5 a.m. today, so I'm knackered. But how are you? How was your holiday? Hope your holiday was good. Hope you're good, Grace. Hope you are doing well. I thought that said Harry is so good at simping, and I thought that's a bit harsh. When has Harry been simping? Harry is no good at sniping all my life. In which game? Do tell. Finley is back, new account. Been a while, but I'm here. How you doing? Hope you're good. Were you happy about the result last week for the Geordies? Your favourite player got a bit of a rough ride, so you might be happy about that. But I hope you're doing good. Speaking of, he's on the screen right now. I heard, and I saw what happened, but I guess that's to be expected. When's the match? In about 1 minute. Rebels Star says, "Come on, you mighty Reds of LFC." I'm liking that. I'm liking the positivity. I think this will be a win. 100% think this one's gonna be a win. Oh, Fortnite. Were we not supposed to play Fortnite at some point? I think I downloaded it when you said ages ago we were gonna play it, but I've not got around to it. Harry's all right, thanks. Holiday in Gran Canaria was good. I want to go back though. I don't like this weather. How was your weather in Spain? This is great. It's raining every day. What more could you possibly want in life? Harry did a Fortnite video. Okay, I'll have to watch that then. You've been up since 4 a.m. You've got me beat then. Finley is still heartbroken off Bruno leaving. Yeah, what's going on with your team? Bruno left. Tenali left. Isak, but we can't say Isak. Isak left. Somebody else, I think, also left. Anthony Gordon left. What's going on? It's a bit bizarre, isn't it? But did you buy Nico Gonzalez? I think you bought somebody, so that's a positive at least. But you look good last week. Last week you had half a team. You've sold half your players. You didn't have Dan Burn. You didn't have Joe Linton, and you still got a draw. I mean, still did pretty good, to be fair. Stefan says, "Are these messages working?" Let me check. Yeah. This is coming up because I have like a stream thing and I have a YouTube thing, and your messages were coming up in the stream thing, but not on actual YouTube. And I thought, have they kind of half banned him again? Because it's not me. It's not me doing it. But on this other account, yes, I can see them on YouTube as well. It's just a bit weird. I think our theory was because you kept changing the username, but this one's working fine. Is this the new account? Arjun heard Kirkez is going Newcastle. I really doubt that. Do you really think that's gonna happen? Kirkez has had a year, and now they got the manager who got the best out of Kirkez from Bournemouth. I don't think Kirkers is going to go anywhere this year. Oh, it's a 2-year-old video. I see. Yes, when I was a squeaker. Am I missing something? You'll have to tell me the reference. Were they appearing last week? I think so. It's just today I noticed. So on this stream thing where I can put your message up and down. Look, they're coming up here. But on actual YouTube, if I go to youtube.com, I can't see anything. So I was thinking, well, at least they're coming through on here, but they're not on actual YouTube, so other people can't see them. But this account, I can see these. I can see these on YouTube. So there's something weird with your other account, but this account is working good. They've kicked off, by the way. It's all going shambles, to be honest. We're looking better each game. Just need consistency. I won't lie. I'll be honest. I thought we were going to absolutely batter you last week because you lost all those players. Because you could argue last week you didn't have 7 first teamers, maybe more, maybe a bit less. So I thought it's going to be an easy win. So I thought you did really good last week. You can. I hate Fortnite. I'm terrible. I'm like bronze. To be honest, that's probably better than where I am, if I'm honest with you. If that's any comfort, which I hope it is. Yeah, Kirkers ain't going anywhere this year. The flip side is, if Kirkers was to go, Liverpool would have to replace him, which we don't really enjoy doing. They've got Iraola, who got the best out of Kirkers at Bournemouth. So I don't think Kirkers is going to go anywhere. Lewis Hall wants a new contract. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Harry's good at Fortnite. We could play then. We can play sometime. Fraser says, any free sites to watch the match? I'm watching it on perfectly legitimate means. Just how legitimate this share is. That's the level of legitimacy I'm using. Oh, right. Is that what you mean when you said when I was a squeaker? So it's an old video. I see. How you doing, King Sloth? Got a return of over $2,000 for Liverpool. Well, then, if Liverpool do lose, I'll be happy that you get $2,000. There's a silver lining. Obviously, I don't want them to lose, but if they lose, then I'll be happy for you. But I hope you're doing good. I can't be arsed with this damn timer. I want to get rid of it, but Stefan doesn't let me get rid of it. Got set it, and then I have to do this, and then click on this thing, and then I have to double check, and I'm like, what's the time? You know what I mean? There you go. Job done. Hopefully that's sorted. I think even as Newcastle fans expected us to be bad. I thought it'd be easy win. And then when you scored after about what felt like 2 seconds. Ooh, Frimpong, shit cross. Fucking dog shit cross that was. When you scored after about 2 seconds, I was shook. Should we put it that way? King Sloth helping people out there. A bit of it's an assist. It's an assist by King Sloth. There you go. If you're still there, Fraser. YouTube trying to lock me down, but the voice of Oldham will not be silenced. Exactly. They should. They need to respect Oldham, and they need to respect Stefan. Haven't played the game in months. I haven't played in years, so you might beat me, to be fair. Better at COD than at Fortnite. To be honest, some people are like proper addicted to Fortnite and they're proper into it. So that could be why. Can never doubt us at St. James's. Like, to be honest, I did. I'll be honest. I thought it'd be. It's a fair assumption to have. I thought this should be a fairly simple win, but definitely not. Newcastle match. Yeah, I was gonna say Finley should be able to help you out. There you go. I think is about. I don't think we get Lamine Kamara. He ends up at Chelsea. And Iraoli, Jesus Christ, that's how you know it's early. Iraola makes Gravenberch play much more defensively. Did you see? It's interesting. This whole thing is interesting because I've been watching the interviews this week, and the manager keeps saying he wants things to be more fluid, dynamic, because he wants because Gravenberch is good at making runs, and therefore he basically. I don't want to say he protected Gravenberch, but he did. And that's fine because he's the manager. He should do that to a certain degree. And I was like, okay, cool. But then if you look at the starting lineup, Gravenberch is dropped. That's Gravenberch heading the team. So maybe he was protecting him publicly, but not privately. Munoz won his first World Cup winners medal by being a sub in all small maps, which is the one that I prefer. Your neighbours are at the match, as in the Liverpool match, or a different match. Yeah, we will. We'll play Fortnite. Eventually we'll get around to it. You realize this could be Cody Gakpo's last. Grace says, how was your day? Yeah, it's been busy. Woke up at 5 a.m. I've just been doing various bits and bobs around the house. Liverpool get into a good position and pass it back. Nice one. Fantastic. That's really good. Give me a sec. Gonzalez hopefully starts. Thank you for the China kit. I had a look, but I can't do it. It feels wrong. You'll get over it. This is also possibly Chinese. It's what it. To be honest, it's. The thing is, once you do it once, you'll end up doing it every single time. So perhaps it's a good thing. Perhaps it's a good thing. What's your opinion on Gonzalez? Good signing. I think he's the type of player Newcastle needed. So I definitely think he's someone to be excited about. Grace says, bro, my TV is doing weird things. It might not be your TV, It might be me. My thing is also doing weird things. So it might be my side. I'm not doing anything majorly different to last week, to be fair. Actually, yes I am. Let me try fixing that. Hopefully that improves in a bit. Rebel Chef says, let's go Reds. Let's go indeed. Do you have a favorite dish to make since you are a chef? That is the question. To be honest, most of the time I end up talking about food rather than football anyway. Rather give it to China's than my owners. I know the feeling. The thing is, if they were like if it was, say, 30, 40 quid, you won't mind so much. But I'm not paying 120 quid for a shirt. So Bosley with the foul. But not a foul, apparently. Apparently a good tackle. Ooh, Isak was through, but nothing happened. Do you think it will be a threat to other teams? I mean, he improves the team, and I think that's the most important thing. I don't think the fee was too much either. Especially these days when the kind of average players are going for, say, 50 million. So I take that as a positive. I'm really liking how we are playing. Let's hope they keep it. Let's hope they keep it up as well. The kind of high energy approach is good. It's exciting. It's what everyone wants to see. The only thing I worry about is kind of keep it up for 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Can you tell me as well, is it like lagging on Twitch or anything? Because it might be. But it also might not be. You'll have to tell me. Actually, I can probably check. King Slot says it's fine on TikTok, which is good. It did lag a few minutes ago, but is it better now? Because I had something else open, which I've closed now. So now I've got it exactly the same as it was last week. It's given me an error message, but hopefully it's fine. Fingers crossed. Give me a sec. Even if it was £10, my owners are getting nothing off me. I don't blame you. They got enough money. The thing that annoys me as well is it's the shirts and all that, which are expensive. But even if when I went to the pre-season game at Anfield a couple of weeks ago, just to get like a medium drink was like £3.50, and I was like, seriously? They're just taking the mick, man. And that chocolate bars are like £5, but the thing is, like, people are buying them, and it's like, really? All right. I mean, I guess if people buy them, oh shit! Oh, good save by Allison. I guess if people buy them, they just keep on doing it. Yeah, Twitch should be, it's green now. It's green. I was basically, I had two versions of the game on. Long story. I was just testing something just to see which one would be more up to date, and that seemed to be causing all sorts of havoc. But I've just reverted it back now to how it was before. You'd think the bigger the club, the cheaper the shirts, more people would buy them. You would think that. And the thing is as well, like, I do quite a bit of traveling. So when I went to Japan in March, I was thinking I'll get some Liverpool stuff from Japan, because obviously Japan, East Asia, shit's gonna be way cheaper. And they're not. They're the same price. Pretty much. They're like pretty much the same price. And I was thinking, damn. I went to the official Liverpool shop and everything, and then I went to some other shops, and it's like the Liverpool stuff is pretty much the same price. If you just get normal trainers and that sort of thing, then yeah, that stuff's cheaper. So yeah, my master plan did not work, unfortunately. Do you watch Emmerdale, Hollyoaks, or Coronation Street? No, I don't have the time, to be honest. I used to watch EastEnders when I was very, very young. Perhaps a bit too young for EastEnders. But yeah, not for the last 20, 30 years. I don't actually watch any TV. I watch football, and then I play games. And that is the extent of it. Sometimes I watch like murder documentaries, like proper messed up documentaries. I watch those. True crime documentaries I watch sometimes, but that's the extent of it, I'd say. Can't wait to go Como versus United. Their stadium is beautiful. Yeah, I've heard it's really nice. Nice location as well. And being in Italy, some nice food. I buy decent used ones off eBay and charity shops. Saw last year's Liverpool top for 89 quid in Sports Direct. I don't know who would pay that. Yeah, that's the thing. 89 quid is not that big. Not that big a price drop. On the Liverpool website, they had last year's goalkeeper kit for £10, so I bought it. It's kind of ugly, but it's £10 and it's real, so I just bought it. But yeah, £89 is that's still expensive. Stefan says, all joking aside, your stream is one of the best things on the internet. I look forward to it very much. Thank you for doing it. No worries. I appreciate that. It goes both ways. I appreciate you guys for being here, and Feel free to take the piss out of Liverpool because I'll probably join in. Especially if it's funny. I will join in. I like the one you said about the League Cup earlier. Imagine being Munoz having a World Cup and a League Cup. Would you even mention the League Cup? You probably wouldn't bring it up, right? It's like saying I've got £1 million in this pocket and I've got £1 in the other pocket. You probably wouldn't mention the £1. Yeah, unfortunately that does not happen. We do pie or hot dog, snack and drink for $7.50. That's not too bad. You can get a couple of things. What really surprised me is, you know, those little bags of chocolate. So like a bag of Dairy Milk buttons, like those little bags. Those are like £5 in Anfield. And I'm like, of course I have £5, but I ain't paying £5 for a bag of chocolate. So what I did is I just went Morrison's on the way and I got a muffin. But people actually buy them, and I was like, wow, okay, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Great says, yeah, they're the best, Stefan. You prefer the gaming streams though, I think. 50 quid just to get some letters put on the back. Yeah, it's insane. It's truly insane. Unfortunately, people keep buying it, and so they just keep on doing it. King Slot says, why is your gifting suspended? I think it's because I swore earlier. I think I was dropping F-bombs earlier and then a message popped up. So it's my fault. But it's all good. The thing is, I never actually do anything that bad. Like I just say like Liverpool are fucking shit, or it was because of Kirkes. I said no, it was because of Frimpong. I said that was a fucking shit cross, and as soon as I said that, 1 minute later it popped up, and I was like, "F you, TikTok." You tried Fanta Grape? Yeah, I've not. But thank you for reminding me. I'll have to. I might try it this week because I normally get Pepsi Max, which is on offer, but it was not on offer. So I might try it this week. Isabel says the problem is capitalism. Unfortunately, there's issues with harvests for many things because of global warming. Issue with my harvest in the garden hasn't rained. I know it's raining this week, but hasn't rained for a good month. I didn't get a good harvest this year. Stuff has destroyed crops. Olives, which had an impact on oil prices, I guess, because they are a more scarce resource. And you got these places maximizing profits, like you said. Yeah, it hasn't been a good year for growing things. I've had a few blackberries in the garden, a few blackberries and a few strawberries, but no blueberries, no grapes, no apples, no nothing. It's raining this week, so maybe I'll get something late, but it's not good. Como don't play at home stadium in Champions League, says Stefan. Where do they play then? Do you know? Grace doesn't watch TV either. There's never anything decent on, and I'm too addicted to TikTok. I was going to bring up that second point. I was going to say, is it because of TikTok? To focus on the TV? Yeah, murder documentaries are good. With murder documentaries, you tend to know from the first 10 or 15 minutes if it's going to be a good one. And there's definitely been good ones and there's definitely been bad ones. But that's the only thing I watch. Oh, shit. Gone wide. You got stopped on the gate. That's a bit rubbish. At Anfield, sometimes they do the metal scanner thing. And when I say sometimes, I always get scanned, but nobody else gets scanned. Because I normally do like this. Now, my default facial expression is like pretty dodgy looking, so I always get scanned with the thing. But I've had like protein bars in my pocket. Now I've Thankfully, that like they haven't taken that away. Grace says you're quite entertaining. To be fair, well, you're also quite entertaining. To be fair, Jacob supports his little local club. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And to be fair, it'll be a lot easier to get tickets for that. King Slav says, watch another pop up now. The TikTok is like way overboard. I once said something like, I once said the phrase, there's no, we were talking about transfers, right? And I said, and we were rumored to get a certain player. And I said, there's no smoke without fire. I think it's going to happen. So because I said the word smoke, and I'm saying it again, it popped up saying, live is not blocked, but live is restricted because you're promoting tobacco. I was like, I'm not promoting tobacco. I just said the phrase, there is no smoke without fire. It does AI detection and it's rubbish. So if you say a word, it does not listen to the context. Oh God. And the annoying thing is there's so much actual genuine toxicity there from other people that doesn't get blocked. But if you say there's no smoke without fire, and I've said it 3 times now, it's gonna think I'm promoting cigarettes. I'm not bashing capitalism entirely, it's just capitalism out of control, says Isabel. That's fair. I think moderation is the key, as always. Grace says, why is everyone dying lately? Ever since Dolly Parton. Yeah, Tim Curry died. And remember, Harry was talking about Tim Curry about 2 weeks ago when we were playing Rematch. Harry was talking about Tim Curry. And then 2 weeks later, Tim Curry dies. So I think Harry might have something to do with that. We need to limit and control better. Yes, it's very... What's the word? The whole thing feels very raw. But I guess they're trying, which is a positive. Getting a refund for my ticket now, yeah, because it's not at the Como Stadium. It'll still be good, to be fair, wherever it is. Come on, Liverpool, I'm liking that. I mean, if we end up with a trillionaire, you have to think just maybe. I think this whole Jeff Bezos thing, I think he might do a full takeover. I think they're just slowly, what's the word? Slowly getting us used to the idea. But I think the Jeff Bezos consortium, I think they're going to do a full takeover, and then Liverpool's sponsor on the shirt is going to be Amazon. I can see it right now. Grace says, at Riverside Stadium, you're also not allowed food or drink. Wow. I know you're not allowed alcohol, but the food thing is a surprise, because I've always got most of the time, I've got something in my pockets. Because I ain't paying £5 for chocolate, but I will pay £1 from the Morrisons nearby. And to be fair, that Morrisons is always packed. Jacob says, you just turn up to the club and it's £4 like it's nothing compared to £200. I think a lot of it is capitalism and a lot of it is kind of prices going out of control. But they unfortunately don't see, they don't show any signs of stopping, which is a bit of a shame. I think Iraola is grooming Dom. I think... Oh, no. My thing just froze, right? My thing just froze. And when I that's offside, surely. That's surely offside. The guy was a mile off. No? Possibly? I mean, Bang Average is putting it lightly. Is that offside, yes or no? Same thing happened last year. Last week, my thing froze. When I hit refresh, they were replaying a goal. Oh, it's onside apparently. Well, that's fantastic. That's just what we want. That's just what we want in life. Yeah, the Tim Curry thing was sad, 100%. They're making an example out of you because you're normally chill. It's their AI. It's their AI algorithm. If you say a word it doesn't like, and some people are like, okay, I need to not say that word. I need to not say that word. But I rarely think more than 2 steps ahead. Apparently, it is 1-0. I was waiting for my thing kind of froze, and then when I refreshed it, they were replaying a Forest goal, and they've done the checks, and apparently he's onside. So Liverpool behind again. Yay! Fantastic. Como haven't got approval to play because of the stadium size. May have to play at Sassuolo. Hasn't been decided yet. It's still a trip to Everton. Or trip to Everton. A trip to Italy either way. I learned Norway and other European countries have a king. I thought only UK has one. No, many European countries have a king. When I went to, I was telling you this. When I went to Netherlands in November, and I remember telling Stefan this. I went to Netherlands in November, and a car went past, and all police were blocking the road, and the King and Queen of Netherlands got out, and I was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Who is that?" To some guy, and he was like, "That is Queen and King of Netherlands." So many countries have kings and queens, but I just happened to be walking past the palace at that time, and they got out. It's because you could bring in glass bottles and it could be weaponized. Fair enough. I mean, I could attack myself with a glass bottle and then I don't have to watch this Liverpool performance. But for glass bottles, I can understand. But if you got like a chocolate bar in your pocket, surely they should allow that. Yeah, it feels too restrictive to me. Grace says, bruh. Oh no. Yes. Well, to be fair, if Forest win, King Sloth gets his $2,000, so there's a positive at the very least. This could be Forest's third consecutive win at Anfield. Thank you for that. I feel a lot better now. That's cheered me right up. That fills me with joy. It's a fantastic way to begin the weekend. All social media is too strict. I understand it to a certain degree, but if I say the phrase "there is no smoke without fire," then it should not rescind me for promoting cigarettes, because that's not what I'm saying. So Buzz Live free kick now. Grace said smile. Well, I can't smile because Mr. Default is here taking the piss out of me. Says, ah ha 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 ha, United, yeah, it's United. You're getting mauled by the Tigers. I mean, we'd get mauled by a bunch of ducks at the moment. We'd get mauled by any sort of creature, evidently, because whoever we face, we do pretty shit. Same in Italy. I was walking down the road and the whole military was blocking the roads for them. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. My first thought was, shit, have I done something? Because I by sheer chance was inside the blockade, so the police made a barrier around me. But the positive is there was other people there as well, as in the guy that I asked what's going on. But yeah, they just randomly turn up, create a barrier, and then King and Queen came out, and some other posh people. Grace says, "I've only known you since January, not November." That makes sense. Ah, right. So yeah. So then you wouldn't know about the Netherlands thing. I see what you mean. Frimpong. Come on, Red. Liverpool have to win. I'll be honest. The first two fixtures, I was expecting relatively easy wins. So if they get a draw and a win, a draw and a loss, people will not be happy. Would you play Geometry Dash? I've seen the videos you created. I'd try it out, but I probably, it's not the type of game I'd play religiously, if that makes sense. Forest have more Champions League than City, by the way. When you're small, you're small. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Forest, to be fair, historically are a very big club. But I can't lie, I was expecting an easy win. An easy win today. We do try hard. Barcola will flop at Liverpool. I reckon it'll be a decent signing. I was saying for much of last year there's no pace in the team. They get the ball out wide, there's no pace. They get the ball out wide to Salah, who they had last year. Salah will cut back, pass it sideways. Get the ball out wide to Gakpo. Gakpo will cut back, they'll pass it sideways. So I'm glad they're buying somebody who will actually take a player on. Because I don't think they've really had that since Diaz. Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Spain, Monaco, Luxembourg, Belgium all have a royal family, and it's all different royal families. I presume. Yeah, in Madrid, I went to the Royal Palace thing for Spanish royal family. That was pretty cool. You go in and there's an absolutely like massive portrait of them, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they was very aggressive, pushing us up against the walls. Thankfully, I didn't have any of that. It's just I was in the middle, and then they made like a police barricade around me. So I was thinking, shit, have they been watching my streams? But no, it was just a safety thing, I guess. It's £4 on Steam. It's one of those games. Ooh, it's in. Is that Wirtz? Has Wirtz scored? The green man. I'm also green man today. But I think Wirtz has scored. I mean, I'm a bit surprised, I can't lie. But I'll take it. Iraola, you're wearing your coat inside out. Is that his label on the back? Or is that like a design thing? No, I think that's a design thing, to be fair. I thought his label was sticking out the back. Carragher's not going to like that. Carragher, who needs to pay his fucking tax bill. And TikTok's going to rescind me for that as well. Good positioning by Wirtz. That's more like it. I think I might have put Frimpong in my fantasy team, you know. No, I didn't. I put Kerkez in. But yeah, good goal. Carragher's not going to like that. He's not going to like that, is he? We'll take it. I see Carragher's not been paying his taxes, which he might need to do something about very soon. Because apparently HMRC are after him. Don't lie. Is it offside? King Slot's not happy because his bet is at risk, which I understand. How is it offside? Who is offside? They always say it's offside as soon as I update the score, and that's the only thing I care about. Because then I have to change it back. If I don't update the score, then it sticks, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll update it in like 2 minutes. If I update the score straight away, well, I don't think he has, you know. Who was offside? Frimpong? Seriously? I wanna see that again. Okay, it legit didn't look offside. Okay, maybe Carragher will have something to say about that. Like when they made the little graphics, things, I'm like, okay, it's offside, but I want to see it in real life. No go. Mr. Default says, I think Liverpool are winning the league, and this is going to be followed up by the championship next year, I believe. King Sloth loves VAR. I want to like watching the goal in real time. It didn't look offside, but maybe it was. I need to see it back. There's a free version. Is this the Geometry Dash game? I'd try it out. 92 says, how are you winning the league if you can't beat Forest at home? By getting relegated and then winning the championship next year. Liverpool through again. Munoz falls over. That looked like a bit of a dive, I can't lie. Carragher tax things are so strange. It gets all the way to a court hearing and then his PR says he's paying it all on the day of the hearing. Do you know if he's paid it now? And do you have kind of any background on that? I know he's got a lot of businesses, he's got restaurants and pubs and that sort of thing, so I don't know if it's from that. But yeah, why would you wait until the last possible day? Exactly. You get that kind of negative PR. I don't know if there's a negative kind of context of paying it late, because I think sometimes there is. If you pay it early, then it doesn't go on your record, but if you pay it late, then it does go on your record. So I don't know if there's an aspect of that. But yeah, the whole thing is weird. I don't know if maybe the accountant screwed up or somebody else screwed up, but God knows. Don't worry, when there's a bet, not a risk, I'll rage at VAR. I mean, fair enough if they're saying it was off. As I said, when I saw it in real time, it looked fine, but gonna have to see that back. Grace says everybody is amazing. Everybody is amazing apart from the 11 players wearing red today, or should I say the 10 players wearing red and the goalkeeper wearing green. Oh, man, they need to sort themselves out, man. This has draw written all over it, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks, but also does not suck. Can't say we've deserved a win of any sort. Give me a sec. That should be working. Keeper making good saves, because of course he is making good saves, because everybody makes good saves apart from my team. Why? Because my team suck. That's the reason. Grace wants to get a PC. PCs are super expensive right now because of RAM prices and also storage prices. So it is potentially the worst time in living memory to get a PC. Purely because of how expensive they are. I mean, you might find like a good deal somewhere, but generally speaking, prices are very expensive at the moment. HMRC says he owes 800 grand, but no further info. He was asked to pay it, didn't. On the day of his hearing, his PR said we're paying it today. That very much feels like his PR trying to get on top of it. Say, okay, we're gonna nip it in the bud, and we're gonna draw a line under it. But I think your question is a fair one to say, why would you wait for it to become public, and then pay it at that point? And how does he owe like 800 grand? That's a lot to owe. Surely, like even if you're a multi-millionaire, 800 grand. Is that for 1 year or is that for more than that? Because he's rich, but he can't be that rich to owe 800 grand in taxes. Kingslot says, no, let's be positive. Forest win. I'll be happy for you, Forest win. At least you'll be happy. He can pay in installments. Apparently, he can use Klarna. He is going to consolidate his debts into one smaller monthly payment. But how does he even rack up almost £1 million in taxes? It must be from all those businesses he owns. Because I know he has a bar in New York called Carragher's. Because of course he's going to call it Carragher's. You do see this sometimes with ex-footballers where they make a lot of money, but they're actually not very smart people. So when they kind of go into the real world, they lose all their money or they kind of spunk it all up the wall. So that was my first thought. But God knows what's actually happening. Mr. Default says HMRC can F off. I believe you may have had a negative experience there with the Revenues and Customs Service. I sometimes get texts off them, but I know it's not them, if you know what I mean. So quite often I get like scam texts where they say, we owe you money or you owe us money, but if you look into it, it's not really them. That's been the extent of my interaction with them. Grace says, did you build your PC or was it already built? I built it myself. I bought all the parts manually. So I bought the case, I bought the motherboard, I bought the RAM, I bought the graphics card, I bought the CPU, I bought the CPU cooler, I bought all the storage, I bought the power supply. I built it all myself. I bought the fans. I spent £200 just on fans. Long story. And then I switched it on after connecting everything up. And I thought it was going to blow up. But I thought more realistically, it will probably mostly work, but one or two things might not work. But when I finally turned it on, absolutely everything worked. And I'm still in shock. Because you'd think if you're connecting like 30 different things together, you know, one of the wires might come out. But no, everything worked. Which I was kind of in shock about that. How you doing, Dan? FSG so slow getting more players in. Last few days of the transfer window, they failed to get in Bailly, who's gone to Villa. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? I think the Barcola one is done. Do you think there will be somebody else in addition to Barcola? Another winger or maybe a midfielder? Grace saw 4 Bentleys in a row yesterday. You might have seen Jamie Carragher given his tax bill. Romel is not the best. Maybe he didn't get the HMRC letters. Very possible. Very possible. My postman delivered me this Liverpool shirt today. And he's like, and I'm like, bro, you work on Saturdays. It's only because like sometimes you're not home on Saturdays. So if I was at home today, I would have missed that. My postman, thankfully, he's all right. First he spits on people, then he avoids tax. I mean, we could only wish that little girl would have avoided his mucus in the way that he avoids his tax. I'm surprised he never got more flack at that. It's like, bro, you spat at a child. Like they did that little interview where he looked very sorry and the journalist asked a few questions and then Sky were like, all right, we got that. But let's draw a line under that and stick him with big-nosed Gary again. Ooh, Munoz hits it over. I'm surprised he got away with that so easily. Questions need to be asked of the FSG ownership. I don't think you'll have FSG ownership too long. I think this whole Jeff Bezos, Amit Bhatia thing is a dry run for when they take over full time. Bad person, bad player, bad father, bad human being. Like he's probably a good dad. I thought when he was a player, I actually used to like him. Granted I was very young, but I remember thinking Jamie Carragher's better than John Terry. Jamie Carragher's better than Sol Campbell. I used to really like him as a player. But as a pundit, I despise him. Oh God, I fucking hate him so much. Like he just overdoes it sometimes, and I know he's trying to release himself of the tag of the Liverpool bias, but I feel like he's going too far. Sometimes he just says controversial shit so he gets clicks. Remember he was saying a few months ago Ekitike was better than Torres. Like he just says dumb shit so it gets clicks for Sky, and it's like I just don't take this guy seriously anymore. Anytime I see it, like Carragher or like any clip, I just scroll past it. Don't want to see Carragher. I despise Jamie Carragher. I actually prefer Gary Neville as a pundit over Jamie Carragher. I mean, I don't particularly like Gary Neville either, but if I had to watch a segment, I'd watch Gary Neville over Jamie Carragher. I annoy him. He annoys me. Grace cleaned her bedroom yesterday because she was sick of the mess. Good going. I need to clean up as well, to be honest. There's a bedroom in my house that just has like 11 Amazon boxes chucked in it. I need to clean that room up. You also win. So you win £50 if Forest win. And King Sloth wins $2,000 if Forest win. I think we're going to turn this into a Let's Hope Forest win stream. Dan says, need to sell some players as well. Chiesa, you would offload. Apparently Chiesa's injured. So unfortunately, no one's going to go for him. Even if he was fit, I don't know if anyone would buy him, but it's going to be very difficult to offload him now. When Ekitike coming back? I think after Christmas. Someone that supports Liverpool and tax dodging. No, surely not. Think HMCC. I keep saying HMCC. HMRC have got it wrong. Yeah, I just don't know why he left it for that long. I mean, to be fair, and I don't like making excuses for him, but it's probably his accountant because I doubt he deals with it on a day-to-day basis. Oh shit! Oh Jesus Christ! They almost scored a second, but good save by Alisson. They should have really got a second there. Alisson saved it and it hit the bar. What household chores has irritated you this week? I've not done any like particular household chores this week, to be honest. I've been neglecting them because I was busy, but I might do some cleaning because we've got the bank holiday. It gives me a bit of time. I would rather get a pre-built. Yeah, if you're not familiar with it, then yeah, just get a pre-built PC. It's easier. The thing is, there's a lot of pre-built websites which are only very slightly more expensive than doing it yourself. So yeah, but by all means, definitely. I think we'll get new ownership before January window. Could happen. Yeah, Keown is just dumb. Keown is a fantastic advert as to why defenders should wear head guards, because I just think he's headed too many balls in his life. Half time. Gary Neville seems to be more friendlier as a pundit. Yeah, I prefer... And Gary Neville, to be fair, at least makes more articulate points. My favourite Sky pundit, actually, is probably Daniel Sturridge. I actually like Daniel Sturridge. Daniel Sturridge actually makes unique points. Like, if I had to rank them, Daniel Sturridge number 1. Gary Neville number 2. Roy Keane is fine, but sometimes I feel like he's putting an act on just to be annoyed. Like, he's playing up to the cameras with the whole thing. but he's fine. Put Roy Keane number 3, Carragher number 4, Mika Richards number 5. I detest Mika Richards. He's more annoying than Carragher. But Daniel Sturridge firmly number 1 because he actually makes different points that make you think sometimes. So yeah, more of Daniel Sturridge, please. Seems a thing that crap players get injured. To be honest, I had that thought as well. That he really wants to stay, so he probably jumped off the stairs or something, so he didn't have to leave. That's the worst half I've ever seen of a Liverpool player in my life by Munoz. It wasn't great. I appreciate the fact that he was trying, but he was throwing punches, but they just weren't connecting and didn't really have much power behind them. But Liverpool are behind again, as always. Some things never change. I had a computer friend who used to sort out new PCs for me whenever my PC stopped working. That's what everybody needs. Dan says Mika Richards is hilarious as a pundit. He's not funny. There's nothing that guy does is funny. The most mundane thing happened and he bursts out laughing, and it's just not even funny. He's a shit pundit. Like, he's crap. He's the worst one on Sky. Daniel Sturridge is the best one on Sky. There's other pundits who are not on Sky that I think are good. I like Nader Manua. I think Nader Manua is really good. Gary Neville's fine. Roy Keane, I think, plays up to the cameras a bit. Mika Richards, I despise. I just find that guy annoying as fuck. Thierry Henry's fine. Sometimes just tries to be a bit too poetic. But yeah, Mika Richards is the one. If I see him, I just scroll right past him. I don't want to see that. I thought the graphics card was like a SIM card. No, graphics card's gonna be massive, and quite heavy as well. Your graphics card will probably be the most expensive part of the computer. For me, it was. Louis does not like Sturridge. I like Daniel Sturridge. He's my favorite pundit on Sky. Keown got sacked, did he? Nice. He's never contributed anything useful, but I feel a bit sorry for him because, as I said, I think he headed too many balls as a defender, and now you're seeing the after effects of it. And I'm not even being mean. It's just cognitively he's not there. Like, he's physically there, but I think his brain is like in the clouds. So even though he sucks and even though he makes dumb points, I feel a bit sorry for him. Grace says, you're more funny. I'll take that. King Slots says, you have to give the new manager at least 3 years to prove himself. Otherwise, you'll do a United. I agree. I don't agree. I don't agree too much with the hiring and firing cycle, and then you get a new guy in, and it's fine for a bit until the new manager bans expires, and then you just go through the cycle again. Yeah, I don't think anybody should be talking about sacking this manager anytime soon. Dan says, I told you Slot would get sacked. No, you were saying he would not get sacked. Let's correct that. You were saying, the journalists are saying he's not going to get sacked. And I said, he's definitely going to get sacked because they have not renewed his contract. If they had faith in him as a manager, they would have given him a new long-term deal. But all the chatter was, all the journalists say he's going to stay. All the journalists say he's going to stay. And I said, there is no football journalism. It's just people with contacts passing on messages, whatever the club tells them. If you look at the facts, he's got 1 year left on his deal and they haven't renewed it. They're going to sack him. That is what happened. And I remember that because everybody was saying, all the journalists say he's going to stay. And I said, there's no such thing as football journalists. There is very little football actual journalism. It's just, these are just mostly social media guys who write articles. Timer is still going. Indeed it is. I'm too lazy to stop it. I know Liverpool is winning. Let's hope so. Alice says, Isak is not real, man. I swear to God. I mean, I hope this whole team was not real, because then I would not have to watch another L incoming. I like Joe Hart. Yeah, he's all right. He's a weird one. I perhaps prefer him as a pundit compared to the player. But he's all right. Yeah, he's decent. Jam says, I know it's only been 1.5 games this season, but it feels like no difference from Slot, to be honest. I mean, you've probably answered that in the first half. Grace says, fun fact, I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I had a big lunch. I might have overeaten. I had chicken wraps, and I might have eaten a bit too many. Charlie says, whose works, Isak or Ricky Lambert? I mean, the answer will always be Ricky Lambert. Bringing in Ricky Lambert to replace Suarez still haunts my nightmares. I mean, I know he was decent for Southampton the year before, and I know he got the England call up, but I've never seen quite that much of a drop off in quality. King Slot, new Slot was sacked a long time before the end of the season. Yeah, my thing was, look at the facts, ignore the journalists, because there's no such thing as football journalism. It's just people with contacts who pass on whatever the club says. If the club says they're not signing anyone, they'll write an article saying we're not signing anyone. That's not journalism. That's just them writing what the club tells them. So my thing is always look at the facts of the situation. The facts of the situation are he's got 1 year left on his contract and they haven't renewed it. So they're going to pay him off and sack him. It was obvious as hell. Bro, Liverpool is so cooked. I mean, they're overcooked at this point. Slot inherited a very good squad from Klopp. That is true, but I think you have to give Slot a bit of credit, because even Klopp didn't win the league with that team. Klopp didn't win the league with Darwin Núñez. So I think we have to give Slot a bit of credit. Isak Frimping. I might call him Frimping from now on. Kirkes are so bad. I think the whole team's been shit, to be honest with you. Ali McCoy gets overexcited as a commentator. He does, and I find that annoying as well. But to be fair, he's getting genuinely excited. He's not putting an act on, so I can give him a bit of a break. So I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, mate, calm down. But I know he's actually excited. He's not just putting an act on. So I don't mind. I don't mind it so much. Lightning says, hello, sir. I insist you keep Gakpo. No, we are giving you Gakpo. We are giving you our entire left side, so you can have Robertson and Gakpo. And maybe we can do you a deal for Simicast as well if you want a backup left back. Are you happy with Spurs' spending, or are you not happy? That is the question. Isak been poor so far? I mean, everyone's been shite, to be honest. Liam says Isak out. This is it, exactly, as King Sloth is saying. Journalists don't badmouth the clubs because they lose their access. That is 100% what it is. You go to Anfield, you go in the main stand, there's a bit where all the journalists sit. All these fuckers who write, that's a bit harsh, all these people who write articles, they're sitting right there. They get free tickets. That's all it is. And it's fine. Like, they're providing a service, but... And the thing is, I very rarely take what they say literally, because a lot of it is the club feeds them information, 3-4 lines, and then they write an article about it. There's no football journalism. There's actual journalism about, UK foreign policy and trade and on newspapers and BBC and Guardian and whatever you watch. There is actual journalism that exists, but there's no such thing as football journalism. Daniel says, are you a time traveler? You're already in the second half. I am a time traveler. And the warning from the future is we are still shit. But I don't know if now, because I've changed the past, are we now going to be good? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Borough playing West Brom right now. What's the score on that? How's Liverpool doing? Not great, to be honest. Not great. Dan wouldn't sell Gakpo. I wouldn't. As much as he frustrates me as a player, I wouldn't sell him unless they bring one more in. That's quite observant. We think Fish might have died. Alisson did save us. I thought it was 2-0. Is that the one at the end where he pushed it against the bar? They're showing the stats. Crystal Palace have had 8 shots. Liverpool have had 4, which is just what you want. Liverpool have had 63% possession, but who cares if you've had 4 shots? Palace's expected goals is 1.3. Liverpool's is a quarter. Palace been the better team. I reckon Newcastle beat Spurs today. I reckon it'll be a close game, but I think they'll get a 1-0. I think they'll get a 1-0. Newcastle played very well last week. Is Dan Burn and Joe Linton are any of those guys going to be back? Because if they are, I think Newcastle will just about take it. We'll take Alisson if you want. I mean, he's one of the few people who hasn't been garbage. So we're gonna keep him. If you tell the truth, you're right. That's why they don't like fan journalism. Very true, and that's why I say there's no such thing as football journalists. They're just mouthpieces for the club. And that's fine. They gotta eat at the end of the day, but. It's why I don't take people literally. Lightning says, I call people sir when I don't know their names or I forget their names. Fair enough. 0-0. Grace says he's called Lumar. Leston says shocking game. Yeah, but you are the enthusiast. I mean, if the Jeremy Frimpong enthusiast is getting concerned about Jeremy Frimpong, then Jeremy Frimpong needs to sort his life out, clearly. Because even his enthusiast is not very enthusiastic. Dan thinks Spurs will beat Newcastle 2-0. I think Newcastle 1-0. Mamouche is available today already. Is that just like a standalone loan? Standalone loan, or does that have an obligation to buy? Oxy needs Newcastle to win for £1,000 and I have no clue what to do. As in you win £1,000 if Newcastle win. Is that what we're saying? In that case, I hope Newcastle win. I'm watching the second half in a pub in Failsworth. I mean, that's where half the Liverpool team are from. As it's a City pub, it's empty, but then City fans don't exist, so it would be empty. Exactly. City fans don't exist, so you have the whole pub to yourself. Joe Linton out. Okay, might be a closer game. But Oxy's got an acca on, so we hope Oxy gets his win 100%. Tottenham have spent well. I mean, they didn't have the best first game, but again, I don't think you can read too much into the first game. But you've got to say, you know what? They bought a bunch of very good players. So you could definitely say the ownership have done what they can. It's up to the manager now to sort it out. Maka and Flo has been alright. Was the goal actually offside? Because it looked onside to me, but I've not seen it properly. Did you used to watch the dumping ground, says Grace? I don't know what that is. So the answer is no. Munoz has been poor. He's been poor, but in many ways he's been the outlet and he's been trying things. So even though it hasn't come off, I'm glad he's kind of trying things. Oh, was the Marmouche was that a full purchase? I thought it was a loan. Frimpong can make me happy by defending. He can make me happy by putting a cross in that actually reaches the player. It sounds so bad, but whenever I see Frimpong running up the wing about to make a cross, the first thing that comes into my mind is he's going to screw it up. And he does screw it up. Marmouche loan with obligation to buy. That's a decent price, to be fair. Oxy thinks Spurs win if both defenders are out. I just got a weird feeling Newcastle are going to do it. You should use Ping Pong, also known as Frimping, also known as Frimpong, as a winger, not a right back. He can't defend. Somebody said something last year that he defends like a winger and he attacks like a fullback, and it's so true. He can do both roles, like he can do fullback and winger, but he's like a 5 out of 10 at both of them. So even though he's versatile, it's a shit level of versatility. As harsh as that sounds. Dan's gonna do an Aka after Liverpool match. Sounds good. Botman and no Malik Thiord give me hope. It'll be close either way. Heki Nation is gay. Are you gay particularly for Hugo Ekitike or just generally speaking? Second half is kicked off. Now I'll fix the timer. What are we on? All BBC and ITV, TNT, Sky pundits all have an earpiece. Yes, this is it. They're all told what to say. It's all produced. And I feel like they're also told what tweets to put out. Just basically whatever gets engagement, because controversy gets engagement these days. So if Jamie Carragher says, Ekitike is better than Torres, that's nonsense, but it's controversial, so it gets engagement and it brings views to Sky. It just doesn't feel authentic. So I generally just tend not to watch it. Tracy Beaker, bro, says Grace. Tracy Beaker was after my time. I used to watch Keenan and Kel. Did you used to watch Keenan and Kel? Keenan and Kel is the funniest show ever. Someone's gone down, possibly Sabazlai. Vinay is a good owner. Is that Spurs owner? Mods is making dua Liverpool lose. Fair enough. You're covering all your bases, so you have a crucifix, a crucifix in the name, but you're making dua. Fair enough. Gotta cover all the bases to make sure Liverpool lose. Yeah, the Blue Baron knows what I'm on about. Keenan and Kel is the funniest show ever. Sometimes you watch shows as a kid and you find them funny, but then as an adult you don't find them funny. But Keenan and Kel continues to be funny, even as an adult. Stefan says, no matter how poor a game or a player is, they can never say everything has to be brilliant and the world class is amazing. I would say they just deal in extremes. Everything is either world class or amazing. Like Harry Kane as an example during the World Cup. Amazing shit. It's just they just constantly deal in extremes because extremes generate controversy and controversy gets clicks. In reality, things are a bit more nuanced. Van der Ven and Paro are back. Okay, that might make things a bit more difficult. How are we behind again? Because we're shit. Lightning is Tottenham till he dies. Who loves orange soda? Cal loves orange soda. Is that true? And I think you know the rest of that. Can Gravenberch play and score today? He's in my FPL team. He can do that, but the prerequisite for him to do that is he needs to come on the pitch first because he's on the bench. 50 million for Marmouche, so City don't have to pay Frankfurt. The Salang clause is so snaky. I heard about this. Apparently, they there's a bit of create. Why is Gakpo on the right? And he almost got an assist, to be fair. Apparently, the Savinho deal was higher. So apparently, they incorporated some of the Marmouche fee into the Savinho fee so that they'd avoid having to pay Frankfurt extra, if that makes sense. So that's why the Savinho fee is very high. You've never heard of Keenan and Kel? You need to check it out. It's on YouTube. Seinfeld is the funniest show of all time. Seinfeld was a bit before my time. I tried watching it as an adult, but I felt like a lot of the jokes are specific to that period of time, so they don't resonate as well. As weird as that sounds. Gakpo's on the right today. What's going on? Oh, Isabel has context. Iraola rotates his wingers. He likes them to play on both sides. So he's probably encouraging Gakpo to play on both sides like the rest. I think you're right. The advantage of... Munoz might be dead. The advantage of having him on the right is, number one, he's not going to cut inside. And number two, maybe he can put crosses in. Maybe we can replicate a Jacob Murphy Isak type of thing with right-footed right winger. That could work. Potentially destroying a relationship with Frankfurt. Yeah, it's a sneaky thing to do. If Savinho's worth 70 million, Frimpong must be worth 90 plus. The Savinho thing was so bizarre because for all intents and purposes, he flopped, but then they doubled their money. But I think you're right in saying there was a bit of a creative accounting that went into that. Mamouche loves playing Newcastle, by the way. Last 2 games against Newcastle, they scored 5 against them. Perfect timing then, you got to say. Gakpo is practicing playing right wing for when he... could be. Apparently, Liverpool not going to sell him unless they get one more in. The guy who played Cal sadly passed away, died of diabetes. Apparently, his family is suing the show. I was going to say he's not dead. But then I got what you were referring to. It's the excessive drinking of orange soda. Nah, he was just messing because his character on the show is constantly drinking orange soda, which is like fat Fanta, you could say. But the first part, I was like, he's not dead. But I get what the Blue Baron was referring to. Lucas says, "Who do you support?" To be honest, it's feeling pretty difficult. Oh fucking hell! They can't even string 2 passes together, man. Manager's not happy. This will be the 3rd consecutive loss to, versus Forest. 1-0, 3-0, and then possibly 1-0. Thank you for that. As I said, it fills me with joy and it gives me a fantastic start to my bank holiday weekend. I felt so enthusiastic yesterday, thinking I've got an extra day, but I don't feel great about it now. Finley says, "What was the goal like?" To be honest, my thing kind of froze when it was happening, and then when I hit refresh, then they were replaying it. It looked like it was a bit of a long ball that the defenders just didn't defend. But I need to see it again. My thing froze at the exact moment, and then I was seeing the replay. And then I was too busy updating the score, and then I didn't see it. But it looked like a bit of a long ball. Van Dijk was nowhere near the striker. It's fine. We most likely signing one more person. Gotta get our FFP breaches up. Why not? Isabel says he's got the number 5. Yeah, he's the Konate replacement. There was a bit of discussion in the summer who is actually going to replace Konate. To be fair, I always thought it was Jacquet because they spent so much money on him. And then him getting the number 5 just made that all the more obvious, I thought. I think he stays right centre-back. Schlotterbeck will be the Verge replacement. Possibly. What about Leone? Do you see a long-term future for Giovanni Leone? Or do you think he's going to be a backup player? Forest always seem to perform against you. To be honest, you could put a pack of ducks against us at the moment and they would quack their way to a 2-0 win. They forced him to drink it, make it more authentic. Forced is. He seemed to enjoy his orange soda. Yeah, and back in those days, you didn't have sugar-free drinks, so the diabetes could be real. Just become a Spurs supporters. We at least have fullbacks and we have Robbo. True, but then I have to live with being a Spurs supporter. I'm not sure I could live with that. There's highs, but there's also lows. I'm not sure I could cope with the lows. Who are you playing in the League Cup? He supports Middlesbrough. To be honest, I might start supporting Middlesbrough at this rate. Jacque just lost the ball. Jesus Christ, they almost scored a second. Thankfully, Van Dijk defended that well. Kept the defender out wide. That feels like one of those names that is designed to catch you out. But it doesn't look that bad. It's annoying Man City look good again. Yeah, Haaland just had a bit of an off game the other day. But was it 2 for Shirky? Was it Crystal Palace last night, I think? 2 for Shirky, 2 for Haaland. City, I think City are always competitive. Joseph says, I think I'm a sadist because supporting Liverpool feels like torture. I know what you mean. The saving grace, to a certain degree, is it's at the start of the bank holiday weekend, so you just kind of get it out of the way. Last week was so disappointing because you're waiting the entire weekend. It's the last game and then you have a crap performance. I guess the downside is it might ruin your weekend if they lose, but I know what you mean. Is the rat playing? Indeed he is. Ian, is that piling or pilling? Says, come on, Forest. I mean, to be fair, Forest are piling under pressure, so that is good timing. Leone will be the backup. That one game he had, or should I say those 20 minutes he had before he got a serious injury, he did look very good. Leicester are looking for new owner. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. They can't even put a basic cross in, man. You know, these are professional footballers, but sometimes when they hit the ball, it's like, have you ever kicked the ball in your life, man? He's going to pressure Slotterbeck and Jacque. This is Leone. I mean, as a player, I'm glad we have him. I just hope the injury is not too serious. But he is pretty young, and to be honest, at a younger age, you do recover a lot quicker. Spurs starting 11 versus Newcastle. Kingsley, Paro, Van der Ven, Van Hecke, Robertson, clearly. Tonali, Fernandez, Gallagher, Savino. You think they're going to stick Marmouche in already? Why is our coach like twerking on the bench? What's that about? Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, it's at Anfield. So hopefully we don't lose too bad. I didn't even realize they were playing. I just saw the score later. You want Gibbs White? You want more players? Have you not bought enough players at this point, surely? Yeah, Gakpo will make a return. I think Wirtz has been booked. I think if they get one more wide player in, then they'll sell him. Haaland and Van Hecke both look like 5-year-olds, especially with the haircut now. Now that he's chopped his locks off, he does look like a kid. We'll rotate them all, I think, personally. As in all the defenders or all the wingers? Van Dijk telling people to push up. See, Frimpong is wide, but they just don't pass it to him, and now they pass it to him. Watch Frimpong do absolutely fuck all with this. Pass it backwards. That counts as fuck all. Grace wants Elise. I'd want him as well, but I think now that Liverpool Gakpo with a cross. The rat scores. The rat scores. I said that. I said that for the... Bro, that's not the celebration. That's the celebration. I did say, and I know I say 500 things that turn out to be wrong, and then I say one thing that turns out to be right, and then I say I did say it. But I did say they're gonna do a Jacob Murphy. They're gonna do a Jacob Murphy thing with Gakpo on the right. Gakpo's gonna cross to Isak. So I know I've said 500 things, and I know 499 things of those have been wrong, but I did say that as well. I'm waiting for this to be ruled out for offside before I update the score, because that's what my life is these days. I'm going to wait to see if it's been disallowed or not. 1-1 says Isabel. Random video says Isak goal. Green Man says yes sir. Oh, it's not been disallowed, so I can update the score. If I update the score too early, they disallow it, because clearly the world revolves around me. Cole says 1-1. Grace says yay. Mr. Default says wahey. That is the most unenthusiastic wahey I've ever heard in my life. That is a yay. So happy. Yay. Liverpool scored. Gotta say, in 2 games, that's a goal and an assist for Gakpo. We have the best right back and left back in the league. I'll be honest, I don't know about right back, but left back you definitely don't. I'm trying not to be too much of a hater, but Robertson has been garbage the past 2 years. That's why we let him go. But he's still fine. He's still fine as a player. I mean, Gakpo's price is going up. He's delivered twice now in 2 games. Hecky Nation may rename his account to Isak Nation. Should be 2-1. It should be, yeah. It should be 2-1. I still have. I'm still not 100% convinced. I'm still not 100% convinced the first goal was offside, but I need to see it again. Alex says, what was the goal like? Cross by Gakpo on the right hand side. Gakpo crossed it along the floor, and then Isak tapped it in on the far post, if that makes sense. Kevin Hart Cat says tap in, bro, but first goal for Isak. I'd take that. I think even for the tap ins, you've got to be alert and positioning and all that. I'll take tap ins all day. Kingslot leaves for 1 second, and Liverpool score. Can you leave for maybe 1 more second? Maybe in about 10 minutes, but definitely come back after that second. Stefan would get Gakpo in as player manager. I wouldn't mind that. Liverpool needs a left-footed winger, says Ethan. They do. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a rarity these days. Sabozlai getting a bit overexcited. Bit of a rarity these days, being a left-footed winger. Gakpo is my favourite Dutch Liverpool winger with a buzz cut. I mean, that's very specific. The many other Dutch wingers with a buzz cut. Wirtz should have had that goal, says David, also known as Kevin Hart Cat. Should have had the goal. I need to see it again. I just saw it as it was happening and it didn't look offside, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, to be fair. Alex, who actually could be Isak. Are you talking in the third person there? So Alex says hopefully Isak kicks on from that into some form. I mean, I don't know if you specifically are Alex Isak, but I'll pretend you are. And I'll say yes, I hope you do kick on with some form and get a bit of confidence. Is Isak okay after that goal? Let's hope he's okay, because Ekitike is already out long term, so we need him to stay fit. What was his goal like? Gakpo cross on the right hand. Oh, what's Van Dijk doing? Oh, Jesus Christ. Gakpo cross along the floor from the right hand side. So Gakpo's playing on the right hand side along the floor. Isak then tapped it in far post, but I'll take that all day long. Fun fact, Diego Maradona played one game for Tottenham against AC Milan. My reaction to that is damn, which interestingly is also the initials of Diego Armando Maradona. Savinho isn't Savinho anymore, he's Savio. I'll try and remember that. We actually think that Mr. Fish might be dead, because if you go on his YouTube, channel, the last video is RIP Fish, and he's not been seen since. I do remember Van de Ven on Isak, and it irritates me to this day. Yeah, essentially a tap in. Grace says, how was work? Didn't have work today, had work yesterday. Tiring. That's kind of why I wake up at 5 a.m. because like sometimes I'm like, I just need to fill my head with different things. Tiring. What are you doing after live? Probably a bit of exercise because I've been neglecting that this week. Isabel says cheesy chips are so good when done well. I've deliberately never had cheesy chips because I think I will love them, and so I would then get them all the time, if that makes sense. It's something where I know I'm gonna love them, but I'd end up just eating them all the time, and then wouldn't be best for me. So they look good, but I try to avoid. Lightning ate Mr. Fish, fair enough. Pretty much a tap in. Middlesbrough 1-1. David says Liverpool dominating the game but not finishing the goal. It's good that they're on top, and I'm glad that they're on top at 66 minutes because a lot of the concern in pre-season was they would lose energy, so they'd be playing intense, and then they'd lose energy. So I'm glad they are maintaining pressure so late into the game. Does he have beef against Isak or something? Is it like if he sees Isak in the street, he's gonna kick him in the head? Good to see Isak in a happy mood. Yeah, always good to see that. That historian, also known as Homer Simpson, how we look today. I'd say first half rubbish. I thought first half was rubbish. In the first half, Liverpool had 2 shots and I think Forest had 8. But second half a lot better. So they scored the equaliser in the second half. So it's better. Still not quite there. I'd like another goal, but it is what it is. Isabel, whatever happened to Charlotte Riverstone? Remember you accused Charlotte of being a bot, and then she disappeared. David insists there's a penalty. There's no penalty on mine. You might be ahead of me, but that's fine. All I can see is the ball in Forest's box. And all I see is Alisson tackle the... Oh, fuck off. It's a fucking penalty to Forest. That didn't look that bad. Like, legit, that didn't look that bad. It's Nico Williams, the former Liverpool player. That actually, like, didn't look all that bad. If I'm honest. Yeah, Gravenberch is warming up. That's legitimate. I legitimately think that's a dive. I don't think Alisson really touches him. It's one of those where like you leave where you've missed the ball, but you leave your leg in to hit the goalkeeper's hand. I wouldn't give that, but you never know. Finley says, is it true the Rat has scored? He has scored, and to be fair, when he scored, I did say the Rat has scored. So you've even gotten me saying the Rat now. Bro, they've given that penalty. That wasn't even a fucking penalty, man. There was nothing wrong with that. This referee is fucking shit. He's booked Alisson now. Yeah, that I didn't see anything wrong with that. Oh, is it Nico, not Neko? David, who's ahead, says it's in. It's Gibbs White taking it, so it's probably going to be... Again, if it's a penalty, I'll say it's a penalty. But it looked proper soft to me. Oh, to be fair, if Forest do win, King Slot does get his £2,000. I'm just seeing the penalty. Yeah, good penalty. Sends Alisson the wrong way. Why is he doing that? Like, no one's. There's been no talk about you. I don't understand that. Like, why do that? About what though? About what? What are you referring to? I don't get it. Have people been booing him, or has something come out in the news about him? Like, what you on about? Alisson is rubbish at penalties, if I'm honest. Did you see 66 might go back to Liverpool? He can fuck right off. Isabel did triple cooked chips, home blend of cheese. Oh, this is going to be good. Mozzarella, red Leicester and cheddar, toss in cheese, cracked black pepper in the air fryer for a couple of minutes. Damn. So when you say triple cooked, explain the triple cook process to me. Is the air fryer, is that the last stage of cooking? Or do you put them in the air fryer 3 times? Or how does it work? What are the 3 stages? Penalty was soft as hell, if I'm honest with you. F off Gibbs White, I agree with that. Uncle is not happy, but Arjun is happy. Yeah, I legitimately didn't think Alisson touched him. It was one of those whereby you're an attacking player and you fuck it up. So then you leave your leg kind of trailing, hoping to get the penalty. It's truly insane, like how incompetent and dumb these referees are. Because they just get fooled year after year. And then they change the rules. And then they just continue to get fooled year after year. It's just bullshit, man. Liverpool need to lock in. Yeah, no, was 100% a soft pen. Like if it was a legitimate penalty, you could be like, okay, fair enough. He completely took the player out. I genuinely think if you give these referees like a basic GCSE maths paper, they'd fail it. Do you think it was a pen? I'd say if I'd legitimately say if I thought it was a pen, but I didn't think it was. Kian says mauled by the trees. You're getting mauled by the trees. That's the wrong "you're," so you're getting mauled by the English language. But maybe next time. Yeah, I mean, I'd say first half, Forest were the better team. Second half, Liverpool came back into it. Rio's on the right again, and what the hell has he done to his hair? He's wearing like a top knot. Legitimately, like, incorrect usage of your, and your irritates me. I mean, how do you put the effort in to put commas and syntax but get the wrong "your"? I don't understand. You did the hard bits, but not the easy bits. Don't knock GCSE maths papers. I failed that sheet 3 times now. You have an excuse to fail it though, because you're younger. I legitimately didn't think it was a penalty, and if Liverpool got that, I would say that's soft. I don't agree with that. Maybe if they show it from a different angle, I might say, you know what? Okay, fair enough. Took the player out. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not something I'd panic about yet because I think there was an understanding that it's gonna take time to implement a new style, but you never want a draw and a loss, or you never want a draw and a draw. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot that it was at Anfield. Holy fuck! How shit are we? Very is the answer. Very much so. Oh, you did quadruple cooked chips. So I wanted to get Isabel's process for the triple cooked chips. So you chop the chips into reasonably chunky chips. Okay, none of that fries nonsense. Oh my. Okay, so you're salt. Okay, so you're going proper chef here because you're salting the water. Salting the water. So before you do that, do you put the chips in water to remove the starch? Is that part of the process, or is that not part of the process? Um, bring to boil. Yeah, okay. This is properly done, which would be expected because Isabel is a chef. Bring to boil, lower the heat, simmer till cooked through, then get them out of the fridge onto a rack over the tray. Yeah. I've someone was telling me about something they did quite similar. And then the air fryer is the last stage, I think. Trainioni's coming on and Araujo's coming on. Yeah, I'm a bit confused as to why it was given and as to why it was not reviewed, but it is what it is now. The milk has been spilt. I once had a teacher that used to play for Wrexham. Does your teacher still play? Because your teacher could probably play for Liverpool. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you corrected the "your." Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Let's see, it's a free service I provide. Grammatical corrections, because that's what we want in life. Now, if Liverpool can correct their mistakes, then then everybody would be happier. So, mistake was made. The mistake was pointed out, as can be observed, and then the mistake was corrected. I mean, we can't ask for much more than that. Araujo being subbed in. Yeah, I've seen him. That's just what you want when you're 2-1 behind at home, bringing a defender on. Maybe he's more of a physical presence from corners and all that. Simicast is also on. Look like Spurs should easily beat Liverpool at Anfield in the cup. I mean, Spurs reserve team at this point. He still plays. Isak misses the ball. Nicely done. Yeah, he just missed the ball just then. Stefan says, do you use a VPN to watch all the Liverpool games? Can you talk about it on YouTube? I don't use a VPN. I watch via perfectly legitimate means. And it's the same level of legitimacy as this Liverpool shirt over here. Now, you can interpret that as you wish. But I don't use a VPN, no. I have a VPN subscription, but I don't use it. I think I got it for free with something. Fry with 140 degrees. So when you're frying the chips here, is this a shallow fry or is this a deep fry? And I presume you're using a specialist fryer, which allows you to control the temperature. Then the final cook, which is at a higher rate, and that's triple cooked chips. I then toss in the cheese and seasoning. That sounds pretty good to be can't lie. As good as it sounds, I almost don't want to try it because I'd be eating it all the time. It's similar to how I try and avoid buying cake from the shop. I buy a cake maybe once a year, and I finish the whole cake in less than a day because I know there's a cake there. That's just the level of self control I have. It's quite bad. Your mate Gravenberch is on. You'd be happy to know. I've even tried mixing it up, you know, like red velvet cake. That's not gonna last more than 2 seconds. Coffee and walnut cake. That's not gonna last more than 2 seconds. Even a Victoria sponge. That's not gonna last more than 2 seconds. It's just it's got no self control. Oh shit! I have the self control not to buy it at all, but that's as much as I have. David says robbery. I agree. And I'm not somebody who typically blames the refs. I always kind of say we need to take ownership for what we do. We can't always blame the refs, but that was a bad decision. I mean, you could make the argument, okay, you're at home, you shouldn't be that dependent on one goal against Forest, who also have a new manager. You can make that argument, I guess. Bit like Harry in rematch. Yeah, when we're playing rematch. Tomorrow, maybe? He doesn't use Fire Stick. He being referred to in the third person does not use a Fire Stick. Remember when you wore grey off? That means I can't wear this again. Don't worry, I'll have this perfectly legitimate shirt on next time. It's alright, you know. It's a bit different. It's plain. I don't know if this is too plain. I don't know if this is too plain for a shirt. You can tell how many Fs I give about this game right now. David is going crazy though, so there might be something going in very soon. David has said goal about 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5 goals? Don't tell me who it is though. You can tell me it's a goal. All I can see, because David is from the future, is Araujo. Isabel says 2-2. Verts. Victor Munoz. Yeah! The best Spanish winger of all time. I might have to get a Munoz shirt, you know. I might have to get a Munoz shirt. I know standards are lower than usual. Vert's assist is class. He should have also had a goal earlier. Jamie bankrupt Carragher's not going to like that. That's what we want. A bit of aggression, but I'm not gonna change the score, because if I change the score, it'll get disallowed. 2-2. Thank you. Get effed, Forest. You didn't deserve to win. I agree. Before I update the score, banana bread. My sister made it once, and I'm a lover of desserts. I'm a lover of sweet things, but I never really did it for me, to be honest. But it might just be the one that she made. Yeah, you say you make a good one, but it hasn't been my choice. Has not been my choice. Vamos Munoz. I'm glad. I mean, we were saying earlier, Munoz is not having the best game, but at least he's trying things. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you try things. It's the only time Forest play well. We will win 3-2. I mean, that would 100% make my weekend. Or should I say, it would give I was literally gonna say, has King Slot disappeared for 1 second again because Liverpool scored again? But now that King Slot is back, I can see Nottingham Forest counter attack. But Araujo, you know what, Araujo is proper hench. Would you not play Araujo ahead of Jacquet, or I don't know? Am I getting overexcited? Grace says if it was up to me, it would be today. I don't know. Maybe check in with me later. See how tired I am. When PJ top, I have washed it. It's hanging. But to be honest, if we do a stream today, I'll probably just wear the same shirt again. Less laundry. Lightning makes a good red velvet cake. Red velvet cake's amazing, man. It's another one of those I try to avoid. Against all odds, we will win. I presume this free kick's not gone in because David's not gone crazy, so it probably doesn't go in. Iraola to sub himself on. Never knew you had a sister. Yeah, she's pretty good at cooking things. Grace says hi. I love that Nioni's getting game time. He deserves it. He's so much better than Jones, also known as Inter Milan's finest. Nioni does have a higher ceiling. You can kind of tell. And I actually like the fact that he's more defensive and more of a just wide from Sabazlai. I like the fact that he's more defensive and he's more of a dedicated defensive player. Because Gravenberch likes to run forward. McAllister sometimes likes to run forward. Sabazlai likes to run forward. Wirtz likes to run forward. I like the fact that Nioni's more of a dedicated defensive player. Yeah, very close. Grace says, Isabel, you're the GOAT and amazing. I would agree with that. I think you'd play better if you still had Robbo. Maybe. Robertson's, like, being honest about Robertson, his level these days is not prime Robertson. But that's probably not the question. It's, is he better than Liverpool's other current options? And that's a more complicated question. Izuzi wants Robbo and Trent back. I'll give you the first one, not the second one. Second one will probably end up at Crystal Palace or something. Started trying in the second half, which is good, and I'm kind of glad because in a lot of earlier games that they lost energy by the second half. So maybe they're a bit more fit now, and maybe they're getting used to the aggression. Grace says everyone goes sub to my gaming channel. If you're into gaming, I would recommend it. But if you don't like swearing, I would not recommend it because that's here I can control my swearing, but if I'm playing games, I can't. Isabel disagrees. I agree with Grace. He's gotten 3 assists in his last 4 games for Spurs. We could do with some of that. Legend says Liverpool to come back. 66. I guarantee you 100%. I would bet my life on it. He's not going to come back. Number 1, he's not the same player he was. Number 2, he put on too much muscle, which made him slower and made him start getting multiple injuries. He's not the same player he once was, and I'm even taking away the whole mental side that he's probably going to get booed for the rest of his life. I want to see another late goal for Liverpool. That would be fantastic. Pereira says Trainioni should play more often. I agree. He's a good player with good potential. I see he's the deepest. Trainioni is the deepest lying midfielder, which I think is important. You need somebody to protect the defense. I mean, my absolute favourite midfielder is Endo, but nobody seems to like Endo. Endo never plays. Liverpool, the new Spurs. I mean, that would be a disaster. Thankfully, I don't think things are that bad. You're complaining about a player putting on muscle where he was weak before. I don't think Trent was weak before. I think he got a bit too big, and by being too big, he lost a lot of his energy and lost a lot of his dynamism. It's like, bro, you're a right back. You don't need to be that hench. As soon as he started putting all this muscle on, he started getting injuries, started getting slower. The best Trent was the younger version, 100%. Did you know it's Rio's birthday today? Says, are you a crocodile or an alligator? That is the question. That's what I'm wondering, to be honest. I'm going to go for crocodile, but I might get it wrong. So Crocodile says, do you know it's Rio's birthday? I saw that he turned 18, but I didn't know if it was today or yesterday, but That's pretty crazy. Yes, but I need the suggestion as to what that is. Is it a crocodile or is it an alligator or is it some other type of lizard? We have been slow, but I'm glad that they've maintained the pressure in the second half. Who did you get Kulusevski from again? Was it? Did you buy him from Juventus? But he's been a pretty good buy, to be fair. It is pretty bad. Grace going crazy with the emotes. 5 added minutes. Why is the referee blowing his whistle? I get really worried whenever I see this referee try to do his job because he's incompetent. Ah, okay, you're a crocodile. Okay, glad we cleared that up. I just wanted that clarified. Isak still on the pitch, so Finley will be very happy that Isak's getting 90 minutes. Nothing happens though from the free kick. I think this might end up being a draw. I mean, we'd love that right now. HS says and shit, but I don't have the first part of that. Reese Power says overall thoughts. I missed the game. Number one, I'm jealous that you didn't watch the game because hasn't been the best game. First half, I feel like Forest were the better team. Second half, Liverpool were the better team. Wirtz had a goal disallowed, which I think should have stood. Forest had a penalty, which I think they should not have been given. But generally speaking, I'd say, unfortunately, a draw is probably a fair result because it's been a pretty equal game. Isabel says, we're just getting unlucky at the moment, let's be real. Says we're the new Spurs. You don't know ball if you think we're the new Spurs. Yeah, I don't think things are that bad. I mean, you have to be the new United before you're the new Spurs. Grace says, no, the stream is ending, the worst part. But I'll be back whenever the next game is. When is that? I don't know. Probably next week. True unbeaten season. Here we come. Forest are our bogey team. Newcastle away from home. Yeah, I hear that. I still think this game's got at least one more big chance in it, and I think it's going to be a Liverpool big chance. Oh, that's good. That's good. Good control by Munoz. But I predict nothing happens because David has not gone crazy. So I'm guessing nothing has happened. David, also known as Kevin Hart Cat, has not gone crazy. So I think that's not gonna go in. I'm gonna go and mentally prepare for the Spurs game. Makes sense. It requires significant mental preparation. Yeah, that's how I know. That's how I know this. So I think it was Szoboszlai taking a shot, and I was thinking, has it gone in? Nope, I don't see. I don't see 3-2, so I guess not. Rebel Star says, "Come on." I'm liking the positivity. There's about a minute left, ish. Friday? Are you for real? Sunday, Saturday, Friday. What are they doing? Why do they keep why do they keep changing the days? Jared says, lads. Jared, who is a electric guitarist, judging by the guitar and the emoji. Can I borrow your electric guitar to smack half these Liverpool players across the head? I promise to return it, but it may not be in the same condition it was. End of the game, says David. I don't know how I feel about a draw. I mean, it's better than a loss, but it's still shit, isn't it? It's still shit. Isabel is correct, as always. Forest deserved this draw. Yeah, they deserved it. You're right. They had a little luck, but it was generally a pretty even game. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Yeah, mine's still going, but I know it's still going on. Donna says opinion on femboys, and Jared suggests Munoz. Is Munoz a femboy? I mean, whatever works for him, I guess. Better than loss, I guess. Don't you have work on Fridays? I do. The good thing about a Friday stream is if it's at night, it kind of mentally gets work out your brain, if you know what I mean. You're quite funny sometimes, Uma. I have a serious question. Is Munoz a femboy? But that was David's suggestion, or Jared's suggestion, should I say. Liverpool players taking it easy, saving themselves for their League Cup run. I mean, even a League Cup is looking quite unlikely at this point. Jared is a fan of Munoz. Is that Munoz in general or Munoz cosplaying? That is the question. Isabel says, to be fair, you're not wrong, Grace. Grace is right most of the time. Vintage Jukebox has a very musical theme going on today, says Salah's fault. To be honest, not Salah's fault at all. Liverpool's fault for being shit. Half the stadium's already empty. Jared says yes. Grace says, I don't even know what a femboy is. To be honest, I don't actually properly know, so I'm going to Google it on a private window. Meaning, a femboy is a slang term for a young male who expresses himself with traditionally feminine clothing, makeup, and behavior. It was suggested that Munoz fit the bill. And I'm like, Munoz, you can fit whatever bill you want if you score more goals like that. Because we needed him today. And to be honest, we needed him for the last game as well, where he was pretty good. 2 points from 2 games. Shit, isn't it? I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it, but it's pretty shit. Liverpool finishing no lower than 7th. That fills me with confidence, but also does not fill me with confidence at the same time. Made me laugh when you said you can hit the players on the head with a guitar. Yeah, I mean, or at the very least, you can chase them with a guitar, and it might make them run a bit. Isak is doing it into you. I'm going to try and lip read. And I've just proven that I cannot lip read. Unless it's in Swedish. If it's in Swedish, I'll let myself off. But it is TNT Sports. Harry says, are you happy with the draw? I'm bleh. Know what I mean? That should be a word in the English language, which hopefully should be in the dictionary. I'm just like, pretty shit. Not the worst thing in the world, but I would have hoped for a win. Yeah, Munoz is growing on me. But Munoz was no good, says Alex. The duplicity of man. Exclamation mark says loves Munoz, but Alex does not love Munoz. So Alex says exclamation mark and keep Munoz all to himself. I was happy with Munoz, to be fair. I was happy with Munoz. Zaim is back, says hi, couldn't make the watch along. How's it going? All good. Not all, I mean all good for me in general. Pretty boring performance, but I was hoping for a win, but it is what it is. How's things with you? I hope you're doing good. Hope you are well. Hope you had a nice summer. Keep Frimpong away from Liverpool. I mean, Huds is very insistent on this because he said it not just once, not just twice, not just 3 times, or 4 times. Oh wait, not just 4 times, not just 4 times, 5 times. Huds is the Booker T of keeping Frimpong away from Liverpool. I mean, he looked better. He looked better in pre-season. Hopefully Bradley's not. Hopefully Bradley is not too far away. Zaim is jet lagged. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? I'm jealous, even though I don't know where it is. I mean, provided it's not like Baghdad or something, I will be quite jealous. But yeah, anyway, nice. I don't have the words. Oh man, Liverpool didn't lose, so you didn't get your winning. So that's a downside. That's a downside at the very least. Agree with Cheyenne. Grace says you're good at French. Oui, je parle un peu de français. J'ai étudié le français à l'école pour 2-3 années. Isabel says, if you do no harm, then it's all good. Yeah, I mean, provided you're nice to people, I'll be nice back. That's just how I live my life. Oh fuck! It's gonna happen again, isn't it? I better go because I need to do my exercise. Guess it's mountainous, bro. I've just been in Canada. I just went to Vancouver. Don't tell me you gone to Vancouver. Straight after I went to Vancouver, because I was just in Vancouver last month. But you could be in Vancouver. I'm not gonna make assumptions and say, have you gone to Pakistan? I'm just gonna keep it vague and say Canada, Vancouver maybe, because that's where I went. Yeah, you're the Booker T of hating Frimpong because you said it 5 times. Typical Liverpool. It's like, it's not a win, so you can't get happy, and it's not a loss, so you can't get angry. Sometimes when you're angry, you're like, I just need to go do exercise to change my mind, to distract me. So I can't even do that. But I do need to do some exercise. I thought you were called Purple Filth, and I thought that's a bit of a harsh name for yourself. But Purple Fee says Frimpong done decent. Zaim says lol. It's Nepal. Okay, fair enough. I was the wrong side. My final guess was Vancouver, because I went to Vancouver Mountains last month, and it's a bit nervy because you gotta sign a release form that if you fall off and you die, it's not their fault. But is it good? I've never been there. Do tell when you're back if it's any good, and then I might have to check that out. It's okay, I can always rely on my team to give me some money tomorrow. Come on, United. Who are you playing tomorrow? You think it'll be a win or us? If Ping Pong can't cross, what is he good for? He's good at tucking his shirt in, because that's the only thing he does. He puts his shirt on, he tucks it into his shorts, and then he does nothing for the remaining 90 minutes. You too, Grace. I'm going to go in like 2 minutes. How you doing, Pixel? Hope you are well. Hope you are enjoying Mamdani's New York. But another. I was gonna say another rubbish performance. It was bleh. You know when you just don't have a word in English to articulate it, so you just say it was bleh. That's what it was. Is that Munoz as in the right back? The Colombian one? If he's available, can he come to the Reds? Because you introduced me to him. And since then, I've been like, he's actually pretty good. Just Madrid says, y'all need Trent at your poo club. Thanks for him. But if you're saying thanks, why are you trying to give him back? I don't understand the logic. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. That's the link. Hello, I left Crystal Palace. Do you want to come with me? Beautiful goal from Munoz. I mean, he's looked alright. Like a lot of people were critical of him of the first half, and I understand because he was trying things and he wasn't working. But you tried things over and over again, and eventually it comes off. But good goal, decent performance in the last game as well. Gavin says, I feel like that was not a penalty in my eyes. I'd agree. I thought it was soft. It was one of those where I think Nico, whatever his name is, Williams lost the ball, and then I feel like he left his foot down. Sometimes when you leave your foot down, knowing that the keeper's going to hit it, and then you can get the penalty. It felt soft to me, but I need to watch it back. If that was, say, Isak, or if that was Gakpo, I'd say, yeah, that was a soft penalty. That's not true. Arsenal try and win the Champions League and can't. I can't lie, I was getting a bit worried last year when they got to the final. But thankfully the universe corrected itself. Yeah, I don't think Alisson touched him. I feel like he left his foot out knowing that that's where the keeper's going to be. But players are going to try that. It's up to the referees, I think, to try and kind of stamp it out and be a bit more assertive and have a bit more common sense. But these refs don't have either of those things. Don't forget, our boss Iraola is Mr. Draw. I mean, hopefully the next game is not a draw, but that doesn't mean that I'd take a loss, because that would be even worse. Zayn would play Araujo at right back as a sitting right back to allow Kirkers to overlap more. Vert's left wing like Coutinho to invert. Munoz right wing looks so much better. Nioni has to start. Then Grav and Szoboszlai in the eighths. I like the idea, and I like the concept, and I like the notion of having different things you can try. It gets a bit annoying when you just do the same thing over and over and over again, and then you become predictable. So if this is something we can do, that would be good. Grace says it's been 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll go in like one or 2 minutes because I need to do exercise today. Can't wait to see Barcola play. Hopefully in the next game. Dale, my favorite Everton fan, says hello mate. Long no so. Hope you're good, Dale. Hope all is well. Respectable score for Liverpool. I'll be honest, I got worried when they went behind again, but it is what it is. Michael says not a loss. Yeah, that's how I describe it. Like, it's not a loss, so that's cool, but it's also not a win. So it's kind of bleh. That's the technical term. Frimpong awful. The thing is with Frimpong, this is Frimpong. Frimpong gets the ball and he says, I'm just going to fucking run forward and whatever happens, happens. That's Frimpong. I get the ball, I'm going to run forward and whatever happens will happen. It is fate. He never actually seems to use his brain. So he's a bit predictable. I'm a bit annoyed because in pre-season he looked pretty good. Ryan is not a fan of the officiating. Isabel says it was very soft. This was the penalty. There's no debating that Alisson's trailing hand touches him, but the hand to knock your entire body weight off to the extent you fly across and roll around the pitch. Now you're playing that shit. Yes, it's annoying because we know they're doing it, but every year they seem to change the rules. Every year they seem to implement new rules, but they never seem to be able to stamp this out, which is annoying as hell. I'm not convinced with Wirtz in the 10. What about you? I mean, I think he was better today. In pre-season, it very much at many times looked like a 2-3-3-2, and like Isak and Wirtz were up top together. So I don't know what the long-term plan for Wirtz is, if he's going to play him in like the Krupi role where he's more like alongside Isak. I'll say today was better. I'm curious as to what the long-term plan is. I think after the last game I wasn't convinced, but this was a bit better, so I'm just waiting to see what happens. Yeah, Frimpong is 100% going to be the new Gakpo. Frimpong, all he does is he tucks his shirt into his shorts and then does nothing for 90 minutes. Yeah, crossing was particularly rubbish, wasn't it? We are shit, that is correct. Liver poop with 2 O's and 2 P's. I mean, you put in more effort there than half the players on the pitch. Michael says, positive though, Wirtz had an impact with his assist. Munoz looks like a player. Awesome cross, Gakpo. Agree with all of that. Don't want to keep you. I'll head off too. Bye. Take care, Zaim. Enjoy Nepal. Yeah, I'll be off in like a minute or two. But yeah, enjoy your holiday. Baking soda, also known as bicarbonate soda. Says, I googled the score just now. Yeah, it was 2-2. Yeah, I just haven't stopped the timer because I'm lazy as hell. We are still undefeated. You're still... yeah, I thought so. Is that bicarbonate soda? And is baking soda... That's the cooking... Is that the cooking agent? Is that the thing that you add to yeast to make the bread come up? And I think you can also use it for cleaning, right? I believe. But baking soda would never have presumed this conversation would go in that direction. Crocodile says your time is still on. Yeah, I'm just going to end the stream rather than stopping it, if you know what I mean. Because it's just an extra step. Knight is correct. We need a new right back. Liverpool is finished. I wouldn't go that far, but I would have hoped for a win. I'd be lying if I said that. Grace says, see, Zaim understands. Zaim does understand because Zaim is the paragon of virtue and common sense. So I agree with Zaim also. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta do exercise because I ate too much food, and now I can just feel it sitting there and it's not gone away. So I'm just gonna do some exercise so that because I got the time to do exercise today. Oh, I see. So there is a slight difference. Interesting. But yeah, take care, Grace. Take care, everybody. I'm gonna go do some exercise because otherwise I'll get annoyed as hell about this Liverpool team. Joseric is asking me to. It's not my fault. It's like I feel like I'm being held responsible. I feel like it's my fault. Like explain this. We got draw because we're shit, basically. We need midfield and defense and striker. Poor window. Man's still waiting for a winner or possibly some cash. Since your name is Cash, can you provide some cash so we can buy some good players? Thank you very much. Sal Frimpong for free. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I said I was gonna go, and I don't want to keep you guys for too long. But yeah, I'll be back next Liverpool game. Friday, whatever. Anyway, have a good extended weekend. I'm going to do exercise and then some cleaning. So yeah, take care.